Welcome back to EduCommerce Plus. Is Scientific Management Principles. F.W. Taylor's Scientific Management Principles. F.W. Taylor is considered as the father of scientific management. He suggested that there should be a best way to do every activities. He gave more importance to scientific methods. To know more about him, please refer from the Google. Search Google and find out more information about him. In the words of Taylor, scientific management means knowing exactly what you want men to do and seeing that they do it in the best and the cheapest way. He is the supporter of use of scientific methods of production in business. He published the Principles of Scientific Management in 1911. In that book, he suggests the business managers follow every time scientific methods and try to discard the old methods. Okay, so what are the Taylor's principles? The first important principle of F.W. Taylor is the science, not rule of thumb. According to this principle, the manager need to find out the best way through applying scientific methods and try to discard or avoid old methods. That is the rule of thumb. Rule of thumb means old methods. Okay, that is replace the old rule and thumb approach or the trial and error method. Okay, then second important principle is the harmony, not discord. Discord means dispute or clash. According to this principle, there should be complete harmony and proper understanding between management and the workers. That is, there should not be any disagreement or discord between them. If any discord may arise that adversely affect the success of that organization, there should be a provision to avoid that discord. Okay, solve that problem. Okay. The third important principle of Taylor is the cooperation, not individualism. According to this principle, there should be cooperative group efforts for achieving the organizational goals. That is, competition should be replaced by cooperation. Sometimes employees' mentality, that means to compete with each other. That competition, that is not good. Then that place they replace that with the cooperative mentality. Okay, that is through mutual understanding among themselves they can do all the activities. Okay, the fourth important principle of F.W. Taylor is the development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. According to this principle, management should aim to develop workers to their greatest efficiency. Each person should be selected scientifically and work assigned to them based on their physical, mental and intellectual capabilities and give training to them. Training given to the employees, training to be given for the purpose of developing them, developing the employees. Then they should become specialist in that activities. Okay. Then next important principle is the maximum, not restricted output. According to this principle, the manager should try to increase production and productivity continuously with a low cost. Their motto is with minimum cost, minimum time, minimum effort, maximum productivity. That is to create more and more efficiency. Okay. Then the next we will discuss about the techniques of scientific management. In addition to the principles of management, Taylor also suggests some techniques of scientific management. The first important technique is functional foremanship. Functional foremanship. It is an extension of the principle of division of work. Based on their functions, 8 persons are appointed in a factory below the factory manager. That is the head of that organization. planning in charge and production in charge may operate. In each department, 4 foremen are appointed. I will show one diagram or chart representing this. Okay, below factory manager, planning in charge, production in charge. Then below planning in charge, instruction card clerk, time and cost clerk, route clerk, disciplinarian. Below production in charge, speed boss, gang boss, repair boss and inspector. All these persons have some task. In case of instruction card clerk, giving instruction. Instruction card clerk give instructions to the subordinates working under him. Then time and cost clerk determine the standard time and cost, minimum cost for achieving that target. Route clerk determine the route for doing that particular task. Disciplinarian keep discipline in that organization. Okay. Then production in charge, first person speed boss. Speed boss determine the speed, exact speed for doing that particular task. Okay. Then gang boss determine, gang boss manage and control the gang. Okay, that is his main discipline, keep discipline also. Then repair boss providing or maintain repairs and maintenance in that organization. That means the machines at any time some repairs may occur, that is maintained by that repair boss. Then inspect or supervise all the activities below him. Okay, all these are the main important tasks performed by them. Okay, second important technique is standardization and simplification of work. Standardization refers to the process of setting standards for every business activity. Example, standardization of process, standardization of machinery, standardization of methods, working conditions, etc. Standards are considered as the benchmarks or measurement thing, which must be adhered during the production. Simplification aims at elimination of superfluous varieties, sizes and dimensions and avoid unnecessary diversity of products by way of reducing inventories and utilization of equipments and increasing turnover. Okay, they can increase the turnover through simplification of tasks. The next important technique is the method study. Then how the best method the business manager find out? Through method study. The objective of method study is to find out the best way of doing the job. There should be one best way for doing each job. That should be find out through method study. There are various ways for doing a job. After conducting a critical analysis, business manager or efficient manager find out the best way for doing a job. Okay. Next is the time study. It determines the standard time taken to perform a well-defined job. Generally, in case of well-established firms, jobs are well-defined. Well-defined jobs that are to be done by very efficient personnel, then they will get success. Okay. The objective of time study is to determine the number of workers to be employed, frame suitable incentive schemes and determine labor cost. For example, for packing one product, how much time the employee is taken? 5 minutes to pack one box. Therefore, 1 hour he can pack 12 boxes in an 8-hour shift. Okay. Next is the motion study. It refers to the study of movements like lifting, putting objects, sitting and changing positions. The objective is to avoid or eliminate unnecessary movements to men and machines. That is, try to avoid the unnecessary movements of men, machines, etc. Then they can minimize with minimum wastage, minimum cost, maximum productivity they can ensure through motion study. Next is the fatigue study. Fatigue means boring mind. Fatigue. A person is bound to feel tiredness, that is tired physically and mentally through continuous working. When a person works together, that is work continuously 24 hours without any rest, then next day what will happen? Imagine that situation. Okay. So the rest intervals will help one to regain stamina and work again with some stamina. work again with the same stamina, isn't it? The same stamina. It seeks to determine amount and frequency of rest intervals like lunch break, tea break, shift systems, etc. The objective of fatigue study is to avoid fatigue or boring mind of employees. Just imagine a school without any breaks or intervals. What will happen? You just imagine. Okay. Next important technique is the differential piece-wise system. Taylor was a strong advocate of piece-wise system. He wanted to differentiate between efficient and inefficient workers. The standard time and the parameters should be determined on the basis of work study. Okay, work study we already learned. And the wage payment should be based on the output of employees, or the efficient workers should be awarded more. So there are two types of workers in an organization: efficient workers and inefficient workers. Through differential piece system, Taylor suggested that to pay more to the efficient workers and less to the inefficient workers. So inefficient workers should be motivated to work hard, and efficient workers are motivated. Inefficient workers also motivated to get more remuneration, isn't it? Okay. So all these are the main important techniques of F.W. Taylor. Okay. Next important points, the last important, we go through the last important part of the chapter 2, principles of management, that is the difference between or differentiate Taylor's principles with the Henry Fayol's principles. On the basis of perspective, Henry Fayol give more importance to top level management, whereas F.W. Taylor suggested lower level. He give more importance to the lower levels of management. Okay. Then based on Henry Fayol's theory, it is applicable universally. That is one of the important features, is universally applicable. But in case of F.W. Taylor, that applicable on specialized situations only. Because always scientific principles follow, that is not possible, isn't it? Okay. Then next, on the basis of formation, Henry Fayol's principles are formed through personal experience, whereas F.W. Taylor's principles developed only through scientific techniques. Okay. Next important point specifying the difference, focus. Generally, Henry Fayol give the focus point of Henry Fayol's theory is improving overall administration of that organization, whereas F.W. Taylor focus point given to increase productivity with the minimum cost and minimum wastage. Okay. The last important point, on the basis of expression, Henry Fayol is considered as the general theory of management administration, whereas F.W. Taylor is considered as that is give more importance to scientific management, so he is considered as a father of scientific management. So this is the end of this chapter. Next I will go to the next chapter, that is the first important function of management, planning. Okay. So bye.